We're having all kind of technical difficulties right now. I mean, all types, and we just got loaded. I mean, really, I was trying to get this thing up here. The thumbnail wouldn't load. It was a lot of issues, but we fought through it. Here we are, live and direct, right in your face. It's your boy Carcino here, and let's get to it. The notifications is cranking today. We got to get into this. They're getting ready to go live pretty soon on their show, but I got to let you guys know what I've been notified because they know I'm a big supporter of the Undisputed show on Fox. One of the people who watched every episode since the very first episode that came out. And I'm here to tell you guys, hit the like button right now, coming through the door so everybody know that you're real and you're not a 6ix9ine bot. We know you're not a 6ix9ine bot running around out here getting more views than what YouTube get in a day. YouTube be like, we only have 40 million today. Look, my video did 80 million in a day. It's like YouTube, like, where do you get those numbers from? How you get more numbers than what YouTube did in an entire day? So that's how we know who the real people are. You got to hit that like button coming through the door so you can know what time it is. What's up, Jerry? I see you. Andre Carter. I mean, a lot of it is repetitive, but what you expect for them to do when there's no sports? I mean, they literally have no sports. They did a whole program for a week based off The Last Dance. I mean, everything on there was like The Last Dance for the whole week. I'm like, geez, I can't wait till The Last Dance is over. I mean, everything became that. Skip! Oh, no, it's 3 topics. LeBron, Tom Brady, Cowboys. That's it. That's the format. And it works. They don't talk about Kawhi like that. Only when Kawhi is playing LeBron. That's it. It's LeBron, Tom Brady, Cowboys. Now, here's why you guys are here. Skip Bayless contract negotiation. Right? Let's get into it. Now, Skip and everybody on there knows Skip Bayless had a $25 million contract for 4 years, one of the largest deals in television for anybody who's doing this job. What's his name? It helped Stephen A. Smith in his contract negotiation. ESPN had to pay out the nose to keep him, and he's making about the same amount of money, if not more, to stay on ESPN. What's up, Rich Boy? I see you. Intelligence Cycle. That's right. And all you guys, you can support the Cash App, which is Carcino. Now, let's get to it. Skip Bayless is 68 years of age, man. And when he signed the deal, everybody thought they were crazy to pay him for 4 years that kind of money. But as they can see, it has put Fox as their flagship program way up on the map, extremely high on the map, to the point where even though they lost MMA, they were not going to pay through the nose to keep MMA. ESPN was willing to do so, and it has failed miserably. Now, Shannon Sharp was able to negotiate his contract, I think, last year because of their lack of committing to Shannon Sharp, they only gave Shannon a 2-year deal. So when Shannon came on there, he had a 2-year deal that he negotiated into another extension of 2 years. So now Shannon's got the big raise that he wanted, so his contract is basically outside of Skip's. They gave him a Fox contract. They don't have a contract just for the show. They have a contract with Fox. So that means that you work for Fox. The show is just where they put you. You don't just have it for the show Undisputed. No, you have it for the network. So it's a network contract. So what Shannon Sharp did was increase his net worth. When he came out with the Black and Miles, doing all the skits on the show, all these things that Skip Bayless wouldn't normally allow, he allowed Shannon to do. And what it did was put them on the map and took them to a whole new light. Now, Skip Bayless's contract is up this year. September is his last month. So they're trying to work out a deal, and because of the pandemic, it's just bad timing for Skip. Him to be able to get the same kind of deal that he had before, where he would have been in line to get a raise of some sort, he might not be getting the raise. Matter of fact, he might be getting lower, much lower. And it's due to the pandemic that's going on here now. Now, it's not like they don't want Skip. That's not even the case. The case is different. Jamie Horowitz started this. He brought all these ESPN guys over to Fox. Fox rolled out the money, and they said, we want you to bring in the best. We're ready to compete because we got all this free money. MMA, we're not finna pay the UFC. They finna get up out of here in about a year or two. We're not going to keep them. We tried. We're going to offer them this. They don't want to stay. God bless. And they left it with the ESPN, so now they become sports shows. Jamie Horowitz proven that he built First Take. So when he brought him over to ESPN, this was going to be it. This was going to be the talk of the day. So when Fox got the big contract and brought him over, so when Jamie Horowitz brought them over, he was trying to bring Stephen A. Smith over and get him to come over when his contract expired. But Stephen A., they used that as a negotiation ploy that he might go over to Fox. ESPN couldn't afford to lose Stephen A., a guy who they fired, and Skip was the only guy to hire him back. And ESPN, they had fired Stephen A. Smith. He got them to hire him back so he could do the show, which was Cold Pizza at the time. And it ended up becoming First Take, and that just took off. So now Stephen A. was on a whole different playing field. Now they like him. Now he's like all they got. They really need Stephen A. Smith more than they would know, more than they could ever know. So going into this negotiations is quite difficult because see your talent agents. Meanwhile, you're trying to like pull off a contract negotiation, and then you got all these other points that's coming up. Like it's just a bad timing for Skip. Everybody took like a 15% pay cut due to the pandemic to stay on television. So Fox Corp is worth 11 billion. The Murdoch family own it. So, well, Skip is tied only to the show. Like this is only what Skip does. Like this is it. That's why the show is always so important to Skip because this is what Skip cares about the most. Well, when you look at it like this, Skip Bayless, he's fighting the corona. Corona and him are fighting neck to neck. Shouts out to everybody giving me the 100 likes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Meaning that we have real people here and not 6ix9ine bots running around. All his click farms in Bangladesh that academics is given. Yeah, so I mean, everybody at Fox had to agree to take a 15% pay cut. I don't know if it's with the actual cast of Shannon and Skip, but the contract negotiations right now are very rough because, flat is going to be the new rate. Like, I don't think there's going to be a contracts for next year because there's no guarantee sports is going to be around. Like they cancel baseball season. We don't know what's going to happen. Football look like it's going to go, but who knows what the new changes are going to be, what the new reality is going to be. But this is all Skip has. Like this is this show is his passion. This is what it's not about money for Skip. This is what Skip does. Like he don't have no secondary show or this on the side. So for these guys to get back on the air was very essential, because this is what Skips puts all his energy into and his focus. So if it's not right, this is where they are right now with the reality of the new situation. So with everybody agreeing at Fox Corp to take a 15% pay cut due to the pandemic, everybody's back on the air. I don't know if I'm guessing that happened with Skip and Shannon. I don't know for sure, but I do know that's what was going on at Fox Corp. So anyway, so rather than getting the raise that he would be up for, Skip Bayless, unlike Shannon Sharpe, who got his raise, who got everything in his contract, you knew Skip was going to probably get a bump off the show after his 4-year deal was out. Now, all of a sudden, instead of a raise, he's looking at probably a flat fee pay reduction for a 1-year deal due to the pandemic. And everybody might get that next year who's up for contracts. And it sucks that your contract just happened to be coming up during the pandemic. But next season, if Skip decides to take the 1-year deal offer that they bring on the table, Shannon Sharpe will be making more money than Skip Bayless. It could end up like that. Hey, Alabama in the house. What part of Alabama? Montgomery. All right, there we go. Montgomery is the closest one to us. Eufaula, Alabama is where our family from. Georgetown, Georgia, Eufaula, Alabama. See, Eufaula is right by the Georgia Bridge. So if you cross the bridge, you're in Georgia. You cross the bridge, you're in Eufaula, Alabama. Union Springs, yeah, that's super close. That's the first thing you do. That's the closest you can get besides Columbus. I'm telling you, when we was younger, and this is a timeout for everybody who's talking about Skip Bayless. We just put that on pause for a minute. We're gonna get back to it. Don't worry. When we was younger, we used to cheer because they wouldn't even have Eufaula on the map. We used to look at maps, and like if they had Eufaula on the map, we would get so excited, and we would buy the map that had Eufaula in there. Like, look, there it is, Eufaula. You know, so none people, and that's crazy because the Georgia Bridge connects you to Eufaula, Alabama. You go from Georgia to Eufaula. You go over the bridge, you're in Georgetown, Georgia. You cross the bridge, you're in Eufaula. And the snakes they got in that water, if you fall in that water over there, you ain't making it. They got water moccasins in there, you ain't gonna make it. My mom was in a swimming pool in Eufaula. I don't know how they even did that. Yep, they got water moccasins out there. Big time. You can hear them hissing while you doggone walking. That's all you hear. My mom she grabbed the doggone water moccasin out the water in the swimming pool and threw it. She thought it was some seaweed by her leg. She reached in the water, grabbed the snake, and threw it out. Thought it was some seaweed. It was a doggone water moccasin. I wouldn't have been. I might not have been here. Believe me, it was a plan for me to be here. I don't know why, but I would not be here right now. I mean, I'd be disappearing like Back to the Future. They'd be like, uh-oh, somebody did something back in time. My mom didn't know what it was. She thought it was seaweed. My mom wouldn't have had the courage to reach down there and grab a water moccasin and throw it out. She didn't know what that was. Now, all right, let's fast forward and get back to Skip Bayless. Now, here we go. Now, the competition between First Take and Undisputed, like First Take average about 400,000 viewers. Skip Bayless, they average about 150,000. They're not close. And the reason why, it's not because the show is better and this and that. It's because their show, First Take, ESPN, they have more outlets than Fox. Oh yeah, water moccasins are very deadly. That's what I'm saying. You fall in the water in Lake you follow, you out of here, champ. You might survive. Be like, why everybody say I won't survive? I'm splashing in the water. Woohoo! What the hell? No, it's not that Fox. No, 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 no. It's not that Fox is going to do a deal with Skip. It's not like they don't want Skip back. They won't Skip back. They doing 150,000 viewership. That was bigger than anything Fox was getting. So they're getting their money's worth. They don't have as many outlets as ESPN. So the more outlets you have, the 400,000 is there. ESPN First Take had, the First Take with Max, like in 2016, their numbers had dropped dramatically. They were way higher than when Skip was there. They were way higher, the numbers. The numbers have dropped dramatically. They've lost a lot more than what they were before. Now, Fox want him back. But unfortunately for Skip, all the rival, television networks and all that could have driven up his negotiation leverage, but also struggling with the economy because of the fallout from, the corona. Which the show is live now. I DVR all the shows. Fortunately, I can't keep all of them. I still got the very first show on here. And they open up the show with Kaepernick, because that's what was the big thing at the time when they opened up. So when the show first aired, Kaepernick was the story. He was the big story. So they start with that, and that's what got people to know who Shannon was. I knew what Shannon could do. I remember him during the Super Bowl. He was the whole promotion. He was the whole promotion for the Atlanta Super Bowl. Him going at it with them. So I already knew about Shannon Mouthpiece. You couldn't touch Shannon Sharpe. Now, Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless always said they desired to reunite one day on the air. So one day that they might do it. But even ESPN, they're taking the biggest hit because even though they got a wider range of viewers, they expect to hit higher numbers than Fox. So when you're bigger, you expect your numbers to be higher. So you'd be like, hey, you beating them. They're not in the competition of beating First Take. Undisputed. They know they're going to beat Undisputed. It's a Fox show. They're ESPN. We're bigger. So they're supposed to do bigger numbers, but they're in a different bracket. They're in a competition for viewership per show that they have out because they're paying out more. So that's what I'm saying. It's a lot different than what you might actually expect. Now, the reason why we state that is very clear. You look at ESPN, they're cutting costs like from left to right. You got Monday Night Football. They're announcing that they doing some other stuff like that's going to focus more on an internet talent now. So it's funny how everything's going back to the stuff that they thought they were too big for. When we were on YouTube doing our stuff, now YouTube is where they trying to get to. It's like, wait a minute. I thought we were just bloggers. Now you guys want to come here and blog. What's up with that? We're just bloggers. So now they're coming for the bloggers' jobs. Everybody wants to do that. Remember, they all was like, well, we got network contracts. I'm not a blogger anymore. I actually work in the office. Now the office told you to go home. Coronavirus. And now we already at home, like, welcome. Now you see where we at. Come on down. Right. They got all their internet talent for Monday Night Football that they got coming up with ESPN that's already there. That's already under contract with them. And don't forget, you guys can definitely hit up my page, my Cash App, which is Carcino. If you want to donate to the page, I appreciate it. And all the new people here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Hey, it's my Uncle Irv. He hit me up today. See what that message is he sent me. Right, you want to support the page, my Cash App is Carcino, or you can hit the Streamlab that's in the description box, And on the Patreon today, you will learn the details that some of you guys already here because you're already on my Patreon. What LeBron did to Magic Johnson. Yeah, stuff that you didn't even know that took place. So, ESPN is too woke for you. That's funny. Well, to get the monster payday, that's kind of tricky for Skip because it's hard to imagine Fox cutting Skip Bayless' paycheck. If you skip, it's like you brought Shannon on the show. And now Shannon be making basically more than you. That's kind of crazy. Be like, well, it's unfortunately for you. Look, Fox, CBS Sports, you got Disney, ESPN, NBC Sports. All of them are headed towards like the next round of the $1 billion TV rights negotiations. All right. And, Fox is cutting costs to save its capital by, what it's defending Sunday afternoon NFL TV package, during the next round of the TV negotiations. Well, when you got Tom Brady moving from the AFC, which was CBS's stranglehold, over to now to the NFC. And Tom Brady is a media driving force. Skip ain't broke. The hell no. Skip ain't close to broke. Skip broke something. It's like a finger or something. Well, Tom Brady is not with the Patriots. So now the Patriots, which is in the AFC, is now over here. What's up, Nicholas? Morning to you. Well, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as we saw from the schedule, they got many Fox appearances coming up because that's where the money is. No, good morning to you. See, Brady will be in like the Sunday afternoon game slot. So all the games that's opening the weekend are like Drew Brees and the Saints and all those things. These are like the 4:25 Eastern time games. When people are getting out of church, they can go and see, the actual Saints and I mean the Tampa Bay games, and that was going to be incredible. That game slot, that 4:25 Eastern, has been ranked as the most watched TV show for 11 straight years. And now that you got Tom Brady, Fox on NFL Sunday, it's been the most watched program for the last 27 years. Let me repeat that. The network Fox NFL Sunday has been ranked as the most watched program for the last 27 years. Now, this is the pregame show on Fox. That has been ranked as the most watched pregame show for 27 years. So Fox has had this on a stranglehold. Now, the rival TV partners, like I told you about Disney, which is ESPN, NBC, and CBS, they have hungrily eyed Fox Sunday's package. They're fighting to try to steal that from Fox. So that's especially with what Disney wants, which would get, they would love for ABC to get back in the NFC game, the NFL TV game again. But ain't no way in hell Fox is going to lose that. So if they're going to cut anybody's money to save NFL Sunday on Fox, you best believe cuts will be made. They don't care what Disney coming with. Disney finna throw out all that money to try to steal the NFC. Because they know that's the number one show. They want the number one show. And that's all they know. The Fox NFL pregame show has been the number one for 27 years. You know why? Because they keep that lineup with veterans. They keep that lineup with talent that people want to see and hear from. When you hear that, I was like, yeah, let's go. Give me the damn football. Oh! You ready to go? You are ready to go. The robot is the only stupidest thing I've on that thing. That robot. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, what the hell does a robot got to do? But that gets you charged. That gets you ready. You're pumped up. Your blood and adrenaline is running. This is what you want. No, Whitlock thought he was worth a lot more than what the offer was for him to stay. It wasn't like they said, we want you out of here. They offered him a contract. He thought he was worth more than $2 million. They said, Good luck to you. Thank you for your service. We wish you could have stayed, but you have to go now. Oh man, oh, do we miss Pat Summerall? Tell you, man, those were the best. That's why John Madden football kind of sucked. I kind of talked about it in my last video. Nobody really saw the video, so they didn't get the notification. There is a video before this that talks about it. Don't forget to join the Carcino for Life Patreon today. You are not going to be disappointed because we already just talked about the LeBron, what he did to Magic Johnson that nobody knew. That's on the Patreon. And you got some other stuff that's going to come up on the Patreon today. So I'm telling you right now, get ready. You ain't going to want to miss that at all. Right. Summerall and John Madden doing the game. Can't miss that at all. I mean, they got to find some way to get Summerall in there. Well, John, I mean, I don't know why you would go for it right there. Makes no sense to me. Yeah, I mean, you just punt it away. Okay, Moore, I see you. My grandma would be there if, if my grandfather wasn't up here and wanted to be buried up here. So what's up, Raw LMC? Oh, the Bears Packers game on CBS with Madden and Summerall. I can't even recall when the Bears played on CBS. Man, it's been so long. See, when he makes that move there, he comes around the corner, boom! Boom, he's down. See how he picks up that guy there? Whoop! Tell you, Madden is a classic. $2K football coming back next year. You saw what Kev said. Kev who? Oh, okay. You talking about Kevin Hunter? Yeah, I mean, he's not saying anything that's new, but the thing is why are you using Tasha K? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's good for Tasha K. How does this work for Kev? There's different tiers on the Patreon. Who's that? Mr. Baines? So whichever one that can fit your, because everybody going through a pandemic, whichever one fits your umbrella. Then you can always tweak it. You know, 1 month you might can afford this, 1 month you might not can afford that, and the next month you can afford this. So it's all up to you. But all of it, you're overwhelmed. I got more content than Disney Plus. That's for real. That's for real. I got more content than Disney Plus right now. I don't think Skip's going anywhere. My whole thing in this whole umbrella that's going on right now is I see Skip Bayless going to stay with Fox. They're going to do flat fees. They're going to do a 1 year deal to try to get through the pandemic and everything else. Then after the 1 year deal, then they'll come with, see how sports get back on the road next year in 2021, and then try to go from there, and then make the accession. So I really do see that. But the main problem that Fox is their concern is not Skip Bayless's contract. Their main concern is NFL Sunday. NFL Sunday is Fox. Yeah, we had the PS5 discussion yesterday. Which one was better, Xbox or? And I was with my godson and my best friend, one of my best friends in the whole world, his wife. You know what I'm saying? You sitting next to a guy who games 24 hours a day. He don't even come outside no more. I can't get him to do nothing no more. It's all games. He stay there in the house with the kids and wife and just game all day. You go to work, you come home, game. I kid you not. You see his PlayStation handle, it's crazy. 5,000 videos. I got over 11,000 on this page alone. I got over 11,000 videos on this page. Are you kidding me? 11,000. Work ethic is crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it's not a new Spider-Man game. It's like an add-on addition to the old Spider-Man that you had. So the Miles Morales version. Did you see that Miles Morales PS5? Ooh, the red and black. Now, if they could do that, I want to cop that one. That red and black Spider-Man logo on the side of it. That's sick. Oh, they said it's a completely new game. All right, well, I have to see. But hey, any which way it goes, I'm all in. I am all in. They ain't gotta tell me nothing. Well, everybody's trying to make a album with 6ix9ine. I mean, not 6ix9ine. J. Cole and Kendrick. Oh yeah, I saw that too, but I didn't really give it no time, no light. So I'm gonna let you guys get to it. Kyrie is woo! Brooklyn style, baby. Brooklyn style. We might talk about Kyrie early. I mean, later on today, because I got to talk with my buddies. My dudes who used to play in the league who are now coaches. You know, people I get the information from. We want to go down that road. I want to talk to them, get some more information before I just come out with the Kyrie. People just gonna blurt out stuff. I'd rather talk with them than come back and tell you the info. Like I told you right before what was going on with LeBron when I went live at 4 a.m. with the information. And I was like, I gotta beat them to it. Because y'all gonna think I stole it from them. And I ain't steal a doggone thing from them. And Adam Silver made his speech later on that day. So I knew that they had that conversation because I said LeBron had this conversation with them, and the person I spoke to was on that chat, on the Zoom chat. So when he was giving me the information, what was taking place in a Lakers chat, Adam Silver was in that chat. And at 4 a.m, which was like 2 a.m. LA time, I got the call. And he was like, you gotta go make videos. And that's because they watch it. NBA guys who used to be in the league watch my videos. It's crazy, but they be in the live chat sometimes. They don't even chat. They just listen to the videos and go through their day. Here's a news flash, people. Former NBA players that you knew and saw, they're normal people. Some of them live in regular houses. Nobody asked them for autographs. They just go out in the world. Some of them have other jobs. Not all of them are multimillionaires. Some are just trying to make it. Mm-hmm. So we've gone and extended this far too long. I will return We got to get some things done today. I got to go to the dealership. So let me get my day started, and let's watch some Undisputed. No mercy, no mercy.